Today our reading is Acts chapter 4, verse 13 to 31. Last Saturday we thought about the ordinariness of Mary, Mother of the Lord. And yesterday we reflected on David's weakness compared to Saul. Today the theme continues. Peter and John are hauled up before the Sanhedrin, the Jewish council, and described as ordinary and uneducated. Despite that, the council members are surprised at their confidence and their eloquence in defending themselves. They've had the temerity to heal a lame man in the temple and to attract much attention of the crowds. It's telling that the narrator remarks that the council members recognised them as companions of Jesus. In other words, they made the connection between Peter and John's assurance, which must have contrasted rather strongly with more usual behaviour in that position, and their being under the influence of Jesus. The decision the Sanhedrin comes to reveals their own weakness, ironically. They are caught in a trap. Condemn these men, and the crowds could rise up and break the peace. That would be very bad news. The Romans would come out in force and clamp down on them. But support them, and they would have to admit their claims for Jesus being the Messiah. That would completely undermine their authority and their credibility, since they have just had Jesus put to death. So, a dilemma. And all they can do is issue a caution. Fat lot of good that will do. Peter and John right away say, well, friends, you know better than most that one should first obey God and only then human authority. Again, the Sanhedrin could not be seen to disagree with this. They were helpless, really. So Peter and John return to the other apostles and all rejoice that the powers that be could not move against the sovereignty of God. Peter and John looked weak. They looked a pushover, but that was just an appearance. Luke, the narrator, closes the account by attributing their success to the Holy Spirit which filled them and enabled them to preach the word with boldness. Once again, we are faced with the reversal of usual human values. The weak turn out to be strong. The ordinary turn out to be extraordinary. We must take this to heart. When we feel that the church today is weak, that our numbers are small, that most of the population care nothing for God, perhaps that Christian values are losing ground in secular society. When we feel these things, which can be very depressing, let's remind ourselves that it's through weakness that God can work. Through ordinariness. We shouldn't judge our situation by usual human criteria. They don't really apply. What matters is that you and I are open to God and God's Spirit, that we are channels through which that power can flow. Then indeed, as the apostles found, the earth could really be shaken up.